everyone, welcome to DHS Informatics. This is Android Part 5 session. In this session, I am going to cover how to make a phone call using your Android application and how to send a message using your Android application. So here I'll create a new project, file, new project. So here I'll just give application name as call application. Just provide next and select empty activity and uncheck this and last click on finish. So here I'll just delete this. I'll take one edit text and I'll take one button here. So for this edit text, instead of taking text here, I'll take hint. What it will do? It will just make whatever the information I'm going to write inside this double quotes, it will act like placeholder if I make it as a hint. So what I'll give here is enter phone number and for this button I'll make it as call. So once it is done, I'll go to main activity. Here what I can give, edit text, find view by ID, r.id edit text. So here I will just store it as phone number, and also I'll take button here, button find view by ID, r.id button. So once it is done, I'll just make this button as call. So I'll just declare these two variables here. Private, edit text, ph, same private, button, call. Once it is done, I'll just take call, that is button dot set on click listener new view on click listener method. So once it is done, what I'll do, I'll just convert that edit text to string. So edit text is ph dot get text dot to string. So here I'll just take a intent I is equal to new intent. Here I'll just make intent dot action call action call. So once it is done, I'll take I dot set data. So here you should pass URI. So URI dot, we have a method called parse here. So here I should pass tel tel here I should pass that phone number ph not. So once it is done, just give a semicolon and just call start activity method, and here inside this I'll pass I. So once it is done, what you should do, you should go to manifest file. So here you should add permission, users permission. So Android dot permission dot permission dot phone, answer phone calls, call phone, read phone state. So this particular permission as well as users permission. So here you can add Android call phone, this permission as well. So once it is done, I will just run my application. So here if I enter a phone number, something like this phone number, and if I start to call, if I click on call button, you can see it is calling. So before that you can see some error we are getting here, start activity of file. So here what we can do, we can check for one condition is for checking whether I have applied call phone in a manifest file or not. So for that, this particular condition it is checking. So I should just add a version here. So once it is done, you can see this error is gone now. So what I can do, I can again run our application. So here it will display that it will launch that application. So here I can enter my phone number, and if I click on call, it will start calling to that particular number. So like this we can perform our application. So before that, you can see here the settings. So here we have a permission inside the apps. So inside the app, this is your application. So inside this application, you will be having permission. So here I allowed permission for what? Phone. If it is not allowed, and if you again go to your application, and if you start to call, or else 1 minute, I'll just enter some number here. So if I start to call, it will not do anything because that permission is disabled. So what you can do, if you enable it only, then only what you can do, you can call to this number from your application. So if I click on call button, it is calling now. Like this we can perform a call operation. So this condition, if you want, you can write, but this will be throwing a error. If I remove it, you can see, if I remove it, it will be throwing a error. Just click on it and you'll get something like this bulb. So what you can do, you just click on it. So first one only, add permission check. So it is going to check your call phone permission. So once it is done, here you are getting again an error. What you can do, just click on it and again click on bulb button. You can see surround with if. What is that? Version of SDK. So that if condition you can apply here. So only if you do like this error will go. If error is there also, it's not a problem. If you run your application, it will work properly. But if it is error is there, it is not a proper coding. That's why you should perform like this. So remember that if it is not there also, if the start activity is having error also, your application will work, but compulsorily you should check this particular permission, enable this permission. If you don't enable this permission, it will not allow you to call to that number. So this is for what? This is for calling application. So from your application, what you are doing, you are entering your number and you will just click a button, it will call. So now we'll see how to send a message using our application. So send message app. Send message app. So click on next. select empty activity and just untick it and click on finish. So now onwards, for some application you need to provide permissions for application. So you should provide in your Android application also. If you are installing it, that time also you should provide a permission. Go to settings. In settings you'll be having installed apps or apps. So if you go inside that, your application will be there. You just select it and you just enable the permissions. That time it will work properly. So next we have is sending a message. So what I'll do, I'll take two edit text. So one and another one, and I take one button. So why I took two edit text? One is for, here I'll make it as him. One is for what? Number. Enter number. And another one is for message. So here enter message. So I'll just make this button as send. Once it is done, you can go here, button as send. Now it is done. So just make import constraint. It is done now. Once it is done, I'll go to main activity. Same thing only. Edit text. Find view by ID r.i. edit text. Okay, 1 2 is it will be confusing, so change it. So this is for message and this is for number. So I change it to what? Message. MSG. So now here I'll just declare it as yum is equal to. So now again another edit text is there. Edit text. Find view by ID r.id. So here what is that? Phone number. So what I assigned? Num. So here you should give num. So here I'll make it as phone number. Create. Another one is button. So button. Find view by ID r.id. Button. So here B is equal to, or else messages send is equal to. I'll just declare these two variables here. Private edit text. So ph, both are edit text only. And next we have private button send. It is done now. So once I click send dot set on click listener new. So once it is done, I'll just convert both the edit text into string now. So first one is string. So I'll take phone number. Phone number is equal to, phone number is what? Ph dot get text dot to string. So once it is done, again string message is equal to yum dot get text dot to string. So once it is done, so what I'll do, I'll call SMS manager. SMS is equal to SMS manager dot get default. So once it is done, SMS dot send a text message. The first value you should enter is phone number. So phone number, comma null, comma next thing you have to enter is message. So what is the message here? MSG. MSG, comma null. So once it is done, I'll just add a toast message here. Toast dot, okay, here get application context. So message sent. So once it is done, I should add a permission in the manifest file. So I'll just add a permission here, uses permission. So Android dot permission dot send SMS. I should provide this particular permission. So once I provide this permission, I'll just run this application. So here I'll just run the application. You can see it is here. 1 minute. I'll make it one side only. Just run this application. Okay, here what I can add a number. So before adding number and before starting this application, where you should go to settings. Where it is here, settings. Inside the settings you will be having apps. So inside app, current application, which is that I think it is send message app. So go inside this and go to permission. So you should make this permission enable, and once it is done, go to your app. So here enter number, so some number, enter message as hi, and click on send message. Message sent. So here we can check. You can see just now I sent one message to this number. Hi. Like this we can send a message. So if that particular permission is disabled, means you can see it will not send a message. That's why you should enable that particular permission before executing your project. I hope you like this session. If you have any doubts, please do comment in the comment box. Thank you.